Hey guys, Eric here. So it's Saturday, snowing outside, kind of crappy weather. Decided to come in, give the wagon a little love today. So I'm going backwards a little bit on it. Essentially I have a motor in there that should be good. Don't know if it is. A little bit of a mystery. Bought it off of Craigslist. And I think it came out of a mudding truck. Questionable to say the least. So after getting it all in there and getting close to being done with it, typical fashion, I decided to buy another motor to replace it. And it looks like today I'm going to be tearing it out. And while I'm at it, of course, probably smooth the firewall. Do a bunch of other things that don't matter for getting it on the road. I'm fitting up the 58 Cadillac bumper on it. I think it's gonna look cool. I've had it in my head for a long time. And this one here is just a mock-up. My plan is for today, I'm going to drop the car down, unbolt everything I need to on the bottom, and start pulling the front clip off of it, pull the motor out, and then we'll assess the firewall. Firewall is full holes. We're going with the vintage air system in it so we can smooth off everything pretty much. I will be fitting our new motor I picked up here locally from a friend, and it's an LS1 out of a Camaro Corvette 5.7. Nothing crazy, seems pretty clean. Typically we do new stuff. This is how I roll for now, and I think it'll be a good motor. It'll scoot the car down the road. The whole goal of this wagon is just make a nice, easy driver, daily driver, something for the family, something for the shop. Years ago I had a 58 wagon, most of you know. It was a two-door. Let's see, I think I got some pictures of it here. And nothing really, but I've got this guy right here. Let's see. Anyway, bad picture. There it is right there. Blue, which is kind of cool. A few years later, and about 03 or so, decided to paint it. But that's kind of what got me hooked on this one here. Basically the same color mine was when I got it. This is the Ford Nomad version. It'll be cool. Already did some air ride on it, new glass. Just been collecting parts essentially. Work has kept me from building this car, so I just try to get in some time when I can. Today's goal, I'm gonna tear that front end apart and go backwards before I can go forward. So what I'm gonna do now is, I got this bumper more or less fit where I like it. So I'm gonna do some temporary brackets, probably weld on something, just tie it to the frame until we can plow some brackets out that bolt on. But since everything's mocked up right now, before I go tearing everything apart, I don't want to screw up everything. So what we got going on here, we got factory 58 Cadillac brackets, wagon bracket. Need to tie these two together. Kind of rough, but I think we can make something work. So I'm going to take the existing brackets over here. These guys, I think I can use this piece right here. We'll remove this piece. They look like they've been on there a while. Shout out to Dan Morehouse. Dan, thank you for loaning me this bumper to fit to the wagon. I think it's gonna work out. All right, let's get this rusty old bolt off of here and start fitting the brackets. I got the bumper brackets tacked in place over here, right there. Again, temporary, just so I know where the heck the bumper goes when we put it back together. Formal introduction, it's 58 Nomad wagon I picked up in California. And as you can see, we already got a motor in it. It didn't come with a motor. This one was the Craigslist find. It's a 5.3 Vortec with the 4L60 automatic. The problem I'm having with this truck, with this engine, is I don't know anything about it. The trust is not really there, and it's too close to driving. I'm gonna tear it apart and hopefully it gets back together. Also, firewall. The firewall in here, full of holes. And we're gonna put a vintage air setup in here, so we got heat and AC, pretty fancy. I wasn't planning on going that route. We do a lot of vintage air here, so it's natural. Plus, I gotta fill the firewall anyway. All those holes, Can't be having that. So instead of moving forward, I'm going backwards. I'm gonna tear out this motor, probably take off the front sheet metal, maybe. Hopefully not. You know what kind of road that goes down. It's a long, long road. So, anybody that knows me knows that most of my cars come apart, they don't go back together all the time. So, and with work being as busy as it has been, thanks again, I just haven't had time to get to it. So this car is registered for a show in Pendleton, and so I'm using that as kind of my motivation to get it done. So anyway, the car came like this, the blue and everything. The top, however, was peeling and cracking and nasty, so went ahead, stripped that, painted it light ivory, put a little white pearl in it because I can't leave anything alone. Did a windshield, went ahead and did the dash while we're at it. Upholstery, good enough. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, this is the Nomad here. So it's got all the trim. I have the roof trim. I have another bumper for it. Been collecting parts. When I can't build the car or work on the car, at least I can try to do is get parts. So when I do, I'm ready to go. So plan for today is to tear that thing apart. Let's go. Just wanted to knock the chunks off this stuff here from the blast cabinets. Something to work with. These brackets are only temporary. We're just, again, using them for mock-up. So grab some hardware, bolt them on, and see what we got to work with.